Well, I mean, we'll deal with it with legal mindset. If you come after me and libel me repeatedly, as well as flood my chats and the people that are part of our community with what's known as toxic Twitter, which is what he was doing, then maybe I'll take the time to ask and research why it is you suddenly left the state of Florida and went to Southeast Asia as a single man. And maybe when I do, I'll find that you chose the town in Thailand most infamous for one thing. You know what that thing it's most infamous for? The town Legal Mindset chose to leave Florida for, to live in Thailand and to legally provide services to other, let's say, similarly situated individuals, is a town world famous for which documentaries have been made for child. That's where he chose to live. I wonder if that's a coincidence. What motivated that shift? But if these people are going to, do this kind of thing, well, all right, all bets are off. I wouldn't recommend it personally, just as a matter of professional strategy.
Robert Barnes has officially made Idiot of the Year. So he is taking shots at Legal Mindset. Like, let me give you the TLDR. Barnes is that one guy that's defending Nick still in LawTube and stuff. And he made that really, really, really weird libertarian anarchist tweet, or rather take. He's been tweeting a bunch. By the way, just as a side note, don't disagree with this guy on Twitter. He'll block you immediately. Also, sometimes, even if you agree with him on Twitter, he'll accidentally block you. That's how much of a blocker this guy is, and he just keeps on going with the blocking spree. But, essentially, Robert Barnes is one of the only people just continuing to run defense for Nick, and is going ahead and he's making these weird takes where he's essentially saying, right, in a really weird way, that basically, let me be a little charitable, he's basically saying that putting your children in danger is okay as long as you don't get caught, right? But that's such a weird fucking thing to say, because you're essentially saying, well, by Barnes' logic, anything illegal with children is okay, according to him. It's like this guy is 50. Yeah, take into consideration he's a 50-year-old man, allegedly a lawyer. What is it with all these internet lawyers being fucking dipshits for the most part, right? Like the inbred hillbilly ones, like Nick and this guy over here, which honestly, he's probably not any better. Maybe that's why he resonates with Nick so well. He's got a bunch of people conned and fooled into thinking that he's actually smart or even knows anything. Like, this is the guy that falsely claimed representation in the Sandman cases, and then they had to sue him to make him stop. And then Alex Jones got railroaded after he listened to Barnes' advice, so that was a thing. And then he was kicked off the Rittenhouse team when he broke ethics and attacked a former client's representation. So there's a bunch of stuff on Barnes that you can just dig up. He is... I mean, not only is he a piece of shit, he's also a fucking idiot. I think that's the worst kind of combination. So, like, the thing with Viva Frey and Barnes, and I found out that these guys are like joint at the hip or whatever, or maybe they have a show together, but they're like insufferable 14-year-old girls that just gossip all the freaking time. And I get Viva Frey, he's a freaking Canadian, it's in his DNA to be a gossiping teenager and stuff. He's never gonna grow out of that because Canadianism. The only thing Canada has that's good is the women. Other than that, the men are cuckolds, except my boy Badwick, shout out to him. But holy fucking shit, bro. They never shut up. They keep malding. They gossip. They, like, make weird faces. They're just not good fucking lawyers either. Like, we had fucking Viva Frey, who is also running defense for Nick, right? Nose guarding, as, everybody calls it. And this is a fucking Canadian acting like he knows anything about American law, which fucking sucks. He probably went on Google and said, what are the best tips to get Rekieta law? What are the best tips to give a junkie alcoholic? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know, man. It's just... essentially, Barnes is just saying, like, anybody that lives in Thailand... This is such a fucking bad argument. It's like the people that say that all anime is pedophilic and shit, or any of that sort, they try to fucking... It just doesn't fucking work, man. It doesn't even work. All right, even like the badasses that like Dragon Ball, and then they try to say, "Oh, anything that isn't Dragon Ball is pedophilic." It's like, bro, have you seen Dragon Ball? There's some really weird shit in there too. All right, like let's not throw stones or whatever, okay? Especially this Barnes guy, I'm starting to think this is all projection because again, you got to take into consideration Barnes' literal defense is a child predator's defense, so that's really fucking ironic that fucking Barnes is trying to call anyone a predator when he's literally making predator defenses for Nick Rekieta. It's fucking weird. Also, Barnes, you want to talk about, you know, pedophilia? What about the guy you're simping for right now? What about Rekieta and all his weird pedophilic jokes? Are you going to talk about that? Like again, this throwing stone shit is really fucking annoying. And it's something that I realized that a lot of fucking people do. I did some self-reflecting, some meditation, some traveling, some hyperbolic time chamber bullshit. And now I have become liberated. I am the new Sen once again. And I'm realizing you guys are really fucking gay for doing this shit. You guys gotta stop it, right? Because again, by Barnes' own logic, I mean, we already pointed out how Barnes is a hypocrite. He's probably projecting. But like the thing is, what if like a company, right, built a factory in Thailand? By Barnes' logic, he's saying they're all child predators, essentially. Like, this guy is fucking stupid. How is this guy a fucking lawyer? Right? And I just want to point this out too. People that accuse anime fans, because that's probably also the route Barnes is going for. Like, remember how I said legal mindset is like the anime weeb attorney? Essentially, he's being what Nick pretended to be during Weeb Wars and shit, but he's actually being honest about it, and he's actually keeping up with it, and he's actually being real with it. Fucking Barnes is trying to go with the anime fans being pedophiles route. Barnes, you do know that a bunch of people that do that are, like, they're famous for being registered sex offenders, right? Like, again, I saw, like, this post on Kiwi Farms where they essentially say you're projecting, and I fucking, you know what? I believe it. Like, I fucking believe it. You know, I wonder if, like, you accusing legal mindset is just a coincidence. I mean, look at you. You look like one, don't you? I mean, people want to talk about Monty looking like one. Look at you. Look at you. You sound like one, too. You're disgusting, Barnes. Alright? And don't even get me started on Viva Frey right there, my guy. You, both of you guys, kind of like jokes, but of course, internet land is full of stupidity with a lot of stupid people. We got a lot of Rekieta tards in the world still, kind of. They're dwindling, but they're still there. They're like fucking cockroaches, right? You know, cockroaches can survive a nuclear fucking explosion for whatever reason. They just won't die. But, you know, it is what it is, guys. At the ending of the day, as my wise bear friend would say, Barnes is probably projecting, and Barnes' own logic is fucking ridiculous. It makes me wonder what is the criteria even for being a lawyer now? Like, can you really be this fucking stupid to where, like, a dipshit on the internet like me, a unofficial lawyer, detective, internet lawyer, can really point out how you're fucking stupid, how this fucking logic makes no sense? Because essentially you're saying, like, you know what, I've already explained it. It is what it is. Don't want to drag this on for too long. I'm not going to grift you like the quartering. Well, that's all I got for this video. Barnes is a pathetic loser. You guys were right. And this kind of just proves it right here. Solidifies it. Anyway, I'm out of here. Have a good rest of your day or night wherever you are. Goodbye.